All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 1, Episode 5.
Sukuna is out.
He might be free.
Yeah.
Or at least for a good chunk of time. Because Yuji being so physically beaten down might have something to do with why he's not actually just taking over here.
In addition to the whole willingly giving up control thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that is another thing that is potentially very different here. And then there's also the idea that, well, he has two fingers now, so this is Sukuna with a little bit more strength and kick in him.
Yes.
But Sukuna also has another finger that he got from this special grade curse. He did not eat it.
No, he did not.
So either he's waiting to eat it, or he's going to stash it somewhere. Who knows?
But Fushiguro is waiting.
Being a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Good doggo boy.
But he's waiting to fight Sukuna.
Well,
waiting for
doesn't
Yuji.
Know that.
That's true. That's true. He's waiting for Yuji. But
he thinks Yuji probably can handle it just fine.
Yeah, that's true.
He's probably just worried about the fact that that's a special grade curse in there.
Right.
And just because, he has some kind of measure of control over Sukuna. This is probably a whole new kind of ball game compared to what he's used to.
Right.
So, yeah. And Gojo's not here.
And we still have that ominous thing of, one of them dying.
One of them dying.
Yeah.
I very much think it could be Fushiguro. But given that we seem to have our trio, I'd be very surprised if he dies here.
Right. It could just be a thing where they assumed that Yuji died when he was left behind, and that's what the story is.
Or if Sukuna ends up, running, rampant and stuff.
Right.
It's a thing where someone else has to stop him.
Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. I love the sound he makes here. So what does a free Sukuna do first?
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
Run! Whoa. Okay, so he sensed it at that point. So he has a little bit of warning.
Whoa! Oh shit.
Whoa!
Oh no.
Oh yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh, without a pact.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
Okay. But he can't. All right. Huh. Making sure he sees it. Okay.
Okay.
This is bad.
Oh. Okay, OP time.
Right.
Let's go.
Well,
distract him with some summons, maybe?
Actually, now
Does
that
he have a flying speed?
Well, okay, yeah.
Just go straight up.
But okay, so this inadvertently gives Yuji some leverage because that means that if Yuji ever takes control again, Sukuna dies, right? Because if the body dies, then because if Yuji can't live without his heart, right? And he takes control, then he dies, which means the three fingers within him die as well.
Yeah.
So then theoretically he could use that as leverage of
but we assume that's the case, right? There's a possibility that it just rips itself free of him, maybe, right?
Maybe?
That Fushiguro?
He's actually scoring up to fight. Okay.
Wow.
Right, that means he could restore the heart as well. We somehow convince Sukuna to do it.
虎杖が戻る前に心臓を治させる。
Wow. God.
体では俺に勝てないと思わせるんだ。
Oh, sure. Yeah, there you go.
できるか。
Those trembling hands. Huh.
急の前ですら動けなかった俺に。
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he's gonna do his whole
Oh,
gunbutt.
God.
や
Gunbutt.
るんだよ。
Oh, no. Oh, hey. Wings, yeah.
せっかく外に出たんだ。
Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god.
I love the
This
motion.
is so good.
もっとだ。
He's not even fighting back.
Nope. Hands in his pocket. Oh, okay.
もっと呪いを込めて。
Oh, God.
手見ろ。
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably his best move right there then.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Whoa. Whoa. Shit. Oh shit.
All right.
This is a combo.
Yeah. Okay. It was a good try.
And it's just already here.
広く使おう。
Oh my god.
God.
Holy
No.
shit. No. Holy shit. Oh my god. Jesus.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Get
out of there.
here.
いい術式だ。
So much for having a flying speed being an advantage here.
つまらんことに命をかけた。このこと
Yeah.
にそれほどの価値はない。
Oh my god.
不平等な現実のみが平等に与えられている。
誰かを呪う暇があったら大切な人のことを考えていたいの。
疑う余地のない善人だった。誰よりも幸せになるべき人だった。
Whoa,
そ
shit.
れでも積み木は呪われた。俺の性別も知らず恵みなんて名前をつけた父親は
Oh.
今もどこかでのうのうと生きている。少しでも多くの善人が平等を享受できるように俺は不平等に人を助ける。
Nice.
Okay.
見せてみろ。伏黒恵み。
フルベゆらゆらやつが
Whoa, what? What?
言っておくが俺はお前を助けた理由に論理的な思考
Oh,
を持
he's
ち合わ
talking to Yuji, even though he's not in control.
危険だとしてもお前のような善人が死ぬのを見たくなかった。でもそれでいいんだ。俺はヒーローじゃない。
Wow.
技術師なんだ。だからお前を助けたことを一度だって後悔したことはない。
Oh, it's working. It's working.
Yeah. But he's gonna die without a heart.
Yeah.
やっぱ伏黒は頭がいいからな。
Uh-huh.
それよりいろいろ考えてんだろ。
Yeah.
ああ、悪い。そろそろだわ。伏黒も釘崎も五条。
Oh, this is the one that dies.
いっぱいいらねえか。
Because he's doing it
Oh.
to save him.
長生きしろよ。
Wow. Jesus.
Just like that.
Another good person that didn't have to die.
Saving people unfairly.
No way he'd get his heart back in time. Jeez.
He's playing chicken with Sukuna, and who knows, it might work.
わざとでしょ。
とおっしゃいますと
しかも生死不明の5人の救助に1年生の派遣はありえない。
Okay.
それはユージは僕が無理を通して死刑に実質無期限の猶予を与えた。それを面白くない上が僕の犬間に特急を利用して
Ah,
All right.
彼を始末した。
gotcha.
Cool.
Okay.
いっそのこと上の連中全員殺してしまおうか。
There's no way you can actually do that, though, right?
僕はいつだって生徒思いのナイスガイさ。
Nice
あまり
guy.
イジチをいじめるな。私たちと上の間で苦労してるんだ。
もっと言って
男の子なんて興味ねえ
もっ
っつうの
と言って
そうか。で、これがスクナの器か。
Is.
好きにばらしていいよね。
しっかり役立てろよ。
役立てるよ。誰に言ってんの？
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
really curious where they're going with this.
その割には平気そうね。
お前もな。
そんな男が死んで泣きわめくほどちょろい女じゃないのよ。
You say, well, we can't see your eyes, you know? Yeah.
いつにも増して新規臭いな、めぐみ。おつやかよ。
Yes.
Yes.
全員先輩。
Oh, this is...
Okay.
今
Yes! Yes!
あいつらが暗いわけ。
Panda!
All right.
マジで死んでるんですよ。昨日一年坊が一人。
Oh my god.
He looks pretty badass. Gotta say.
これじゃ私が血も涙もねえ鬼みてえだろ。
実際
But
そんな感じだ。
yeah.
Tuna and Mayo. Wait.
何あの人たち。
Probably second years.
先輩。
Yeah.
後輩にはもっと優しく接しないと。
Oh my god.
In the armband.
Yeah.
全員先輩。呪具の扱いなら学生一だ。筋子、呪言師、犬巻先輩。語彙がおにぎりの具しかない。
I see.
もユータといるときは少し丸くなるよな。パンダ先輩。
Just Panda Senpai. Okay.
Yes.
先輩って唯一手放しで尊敬できる人がいるが。
This music though.
今書い
Look
て
at Nobara.
パンダをパンダ
Yeah, exactly.
許して。この通りだ。
This is a blessed day.
Yeah.
交流会に出てほしくてな。
I love that they
Wait.
choose to introduce him
Wait.
when the main character dies. Like, in case you need some levity.
Right.
You know, pick me up.
京都にあるもう一校の高専との交流会だ。
その3年のボンクラが定学中なんだ。だからお前ら出ろ。
What
Well.
they do to get
その交流
suspended.
会って何するの？スマブラ？
Smash Bros.
ならわけないわよ。メテオで
Wow.
すな。
Wow.
3人でやるわ。交流会は高専の東京校、京都校。それぞれの学長が提案した勝負方法を1日ずつ
Oh my
2日間
god.
かけて行う。
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
初日が団体戦、2日目が個人戦って毎
Of
年やって
course.
る。
Tournament arc. Let's
Yep.
go.
Uh-huh.
個人戦、団体戦って。
Going straight from MC Death and Panda intro to tournament arc.
ああ、殺す以外なら何してもいい呪術合戦だ。
逆に殺されないようみっちりしごいてやるぞ。おすおすおすやる。
Okay.
私は
俺は強くなるんだ。
そのためなら何だって。
Oh my god.
All right.
でもしごきも交流会も意味がないと思ったら即やめるから。
同じく。まあこんくらい生意気な方がやりがいがあるわな。
I still can't get
Yeah.
over. He's right here. He's talking to us,
It's real.
and it's real. Yes.
我々はどうすれば呪術師に勝てる？
Get good.
戦争の前に
Yeah.
2つ条件を満たせば勝てるよ。1つ目
Numbers.
は呪術師最強と言われる男五条悟を
Oh,
戦闘不能
he
に
is the
すること
strongest jujutsu sorcerer. Okay.
2つ目両面宿な虎杖裕二を仲間に引き込むこと。
All right.
死んだのであろう。
Yeah.
虎杖裕二というガキは。
No, he was killed.
さあどうかな。
Okay.
許可なく見上げるな。冬
Oh.
小僧。
Oh. Inner
Wait a
world
minute.
shit. Let's go. Inner
So-
world stuff. Let's go.
So Sukuna's been basically keeping his body sort of pseudo alive or something.
Well,
You know, or
that's the thing. If there's cursed objects in there, that means that those cursed objects have a piece of Sukuna, which means that they're alive. So, what might have happened is that he's now trapped in those cursed objects with Sukuna. Because if they fused,
Oh, okay. I like it.
his soul might have gone into that or something.
Sure. Yeah, because this is a wholly new situation, right?
Right.
They don't really know what would happen
No.
when something like this happens.
臭くない。
臭い。
臭くない。なんで俺のこと。
Because
So
you
mean.
Because you are
パ
one.
ンダだからな。
濡れるのが嫌なんだよ。
Oh.
でも俺はお前らと違って汗かかないし、ちゃんと毎日待ってる。だから臭くない。
You stink, though.
The breeze is not a shower.
Yep.
Fanning it towards her face. No, he smells fine.
別に臭く
Yeah.
ない。お日様の匂いって感じですね。
Like the sun.
We get in
Wow.
a tournament arc.
We got a lot of things set up here. We've got a potential bigger antagonist in that we have some kind of higher ups within the Jujutsu Society, sorcerers that try to use a cursed finger to manipulate the situation to test Sukuna's strength, which is okay. That's weird. We've got a tournament arc being set up.
Yep.
We have the second years with Panda Senpai.
We got introduced to Panda Man.
Panda Man. And then also, Yuji is dead, but not actually entirely because he is...
He's going to talk to Sukuna.
Right, but he is going inside Sukuna. And this might be something that shows kind of the strength of his soul or something like that.
Okay.
Because I really have to kind of go out on a limb here. They're pulling me in a lot of different directions with the idea of what curses are. And then also, like, the fact that humans use cursed energy means that it is something that comes, well, ultimately from humans because, their emotions and stuff like that. And the soul is the, in a lot of the just general stuff, it's the fount of where emotions come from.
Sure.
So I would assume that it's the equivalent of soul energy, basically. So if Yuji is, incarnating Sukuna,
right,
then would it not posit that he is fused with Sukuna to the point where Sukuna's soul pieces that are in his fingers are also where, Yuji's soul is, and that's maybe how he can just be like, no, I'm in control now.
Maybe not before, but I think it might be the case now.
Because he died.
Because he
physically.
died, right? So, and again, this is something where this world doesn't have any experience with something like this, because the fact that Yuji actually was able to retain individuality and things like that is ridiculous.
It's the worst of the worst of the worst case scenarios.
Yeah, right. So, given that, the idea that his body, soul, whatever, might stay alive as it sort of leeches off of or piggybacks onto Sukuna, okay. All right, awesome.
This means now that they're going to be way more connected potentially in the future.
Oh, yeah.
In a way that I really like here, because Sukuna just gives this whole, don't look inside me without permission. I hate it, brat.
This is my domain.
Right, exactly. This is my domain. And he has his whole domain expansion thing.
Right.
I love the idea that Sukuna is now being like, hey, bugger off, kid, and die. Like, go elsewhere and kill yourself. Like actually just
waste away.
Why are you not dying when you get killed?
Exactly. You're in the morgue. Just let it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that means we're getting an inner world discussion with them next episode.
Which I'm very excited for.
Yes.
That's just going to be awesome. But yeah. So okay. Also, apparently Gojo is actually just the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer.
Yeah, he was not talking himself up.
Nope.
He was 100% telling the truth.
Which, I gotta say, one makes me happy.
Yes, me too.
But on top of that, I'm sorry, world of Jujutsu sorcerers. The fact that you have this man to be considered your strongest,
Hey, you know what it means to me is that the new characters brought in here are going to be quite strong when the series goes on,
Yeah, that is true.
Because
if he is the ultimate power ceiling within the world of Jujutsu sorcerers, then
no, he is the power ceiling in Jujutsu sorcerers,
right,
but not in the world.
No, not in the world. Yeah.
There could be curses, like Sukuna, or maybe even stuff like that could get even crazier.
And that dude that had the 3 curses following him around, the one that was talking backwards called him the King of Curses.
Yeah, that was talking about Sukuna.
Oh, that would make a lot more sense. Right.
You thought he was talking about
the dude, and I was like, oh, shit.
They were talking about Sukuna, and they were saying it was a cool test, but it wasn't the best one. And while we did learn a few things, it was, it was a decision we made, and the other curse was kind of criticizing the human's decision of like, oh, what? Are you sure? It's
Wasn't that kind of a waste,
And it's like, well, he's strong. Yeah, and then the other one was like, he is the king of curses after all. Which, that makes sense. Sukuna being someone that is renowned,
kind of a big deal,
but also ridiculously strong.
Yes.
And then Gojo being like, yeah, I could take it. I could do it.
Which is like, okay, yeah, I believe a lot more of the talk that Gojo has been spouting, because, you know, he's how should I say? He's so cocky, right? That there's a part of me that until now kind of doubted. I was like, all right, how much is he actually like hot shit versus like, is he just like, no, compared to all these kids, I'm hot shit, right?
And he's probably never getting the opportunity to do anything little,
right?
And thus maybe a lot of people don't take him as seriously, because it's like, no, did you forget? Do you forget what I can do?
Right.
I'm unstoppable. Like, I'm actually unstoppable. I cannot wait to see not the physical strength of this guy, but what are the abilities that gives him the I am the top.
Mm-hmm.
And also I would love to see things shake up a little bit as more fingers get eaten by Yuji.
Yes.
Or just in general, the things that are going on that are more of the subterfuge kind of things, leading there to be a little bit of a jealousy angle where people are like, we are kind of upset about the fact that we kind of have to play around Gojo's whims.
Yeah, he just goes shopping, and why?
Yeah,
why?
All
of us are busting our asses out here.
I can't fall in love with Gojo like
all over
so
again.
much because of the fact that he gives me so much of that kind of just playful, just like fun vibes.
Oh yeah, his segment of the ED says, I feel like, everything we need to know about his character, other than the whole thing of, I guess he actually is just the strongest.
Yeah, he's the kind of character that like wears the eye cover. And he's like, guys, I wear this for you all. I don't do this because I want to. I do this because you wouldn't be able to contain the sexiness that is.
He's secretly like a glasses model on the side.
Right, exactly.
You know, he's like, ooh, I have to keep things separate.
And it's actually like also a seal for his power, you know,
sure,
something like that. Yeah. But okay. So Fushiguro, we got hints of a backstory.
We did.
He is someone that
believes in the unfairness of the world.
Yeah, is frustrated with the unfairness of the world.
Right.
And he likes to treasure the fairness in those areas where it exists. Mm-hmm. So if he sees, in some ways, unfairness, you know, it gets a bit vague, but there's an area in which you look at Yuji and you realize, wow, he was blessed in some ways before, you know, Sukuna and all that.
Oh, yeah.
With ridiculous strength, casually going around because, you know, something was going on with his parents and we still don't know what that was.
Because you didn't let Gramps finish.
You were hitting the skip button on all of Grandpa's dialogue and you missed that bit.
Right.
But Yuji was also a person that was just a good boy. He went in and saved those two. Mm-hmm. I mean, if Fushiguro's entire story is based around the idea that he had an injustice done upon someone that he cared about, Sumiki, and it was somewhat to do with his dad, and he knows that it was something to do with his dad.
Yeah.
I am curious to see if he is getting stronger, if he's getting more and more power to where he can then basically be his own form of retribution.
Sure.
To his father.
Jujutsu sorcerers are just another cog in the wheel, after all.
Yeah, and the wheel of retribution.
The wheel of retribution specifically, and also
that's not fairness.
One of the things that I was kind of curious about when we got introduced to these three is kind of like, this is our main trio, right?
Yeah.
Yuji, cool. We got some good focus with him, and we got a lot of focus since his introduction.
Sure.
Awesome. Nobara, her introduction was absolutely stellar. It was thorough.
Hit hard.
Yeah. It hit hard and it was thorough, right? Yep. So it really didn't feel like there was anything else that needed to be covered with her.
Yeah.
With Fushiguro, there was a lot of stuff that didn't seem to have been fully gotten into.
Right.
And one of the things I was very curious about is that if this guy is such a sort of stick in the mud stickler, like, you know, keeps everything orderly and whatnot, why is that? What's the reason, right? Because he's a kid. He's a first year in high school. He's 15 or whatever, right? He should be totally just, you know, not caring about all that stuff, right? Unless there was...
No, he's already experienced death at a young age.
And maybe the injustice and stuff of the people that he should have looked up to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so all of a sudden now he needs to be the one that self-imposes that order, that regimen, that sense of fairness as best he can, right?
Sure.
Because if he doesn't, who will?
Yeah.
Right? And that is a great way to give motivation for why someone would go into something like being a jujutsu sorcerer, because quite frankly, no one would be a jujutsu sorcerer
if they were
unless
given the choice.
If they were given the choice, unless they're just a bit crazy.
A bit
right?
crazy.
And I'm sure most of the jujutsu sorcerers are a little bit crazy.
Yep.
Right? Anyway.
That was the point that was brought up just in general. And now that we've met the second years, I can 100% agree that they're all crazy and
Except
they're just
Panda
going
Man.
to get crazier. Well, Panda Man, let's just
strange world, strange life.
Can we
you know,
just
walks a lonely
accept the
road.
fact that a character that would entirely fit as a meme in any other series, or in another series, would have to be this small, cutesy little dainty thing.
Nah, he's large and in charge, rotund, and
Yep.
yeah,
He's a big boy. He
and
comes
apparently-
in just like, yeah. But I'm sensitive and I
Right.
very much
he
understand.
seems like the wisest of all of those second years, quite frankly, and
Right.
potentially of
all of them.
of all jujutsu sorcerers we've seen thus far.
Well, we haven't really gotten to know a lot
We haven't
of the.
seen too many. We
Well,
have
no,
our
no, no.
first
I
years
mean,
or
we haven't
second
gotten
years
in
Gojo.
depth really with the Jujutsu sorcerers that are the older ones. We don't really know Gojo yet.
That's
we don't
true.
really know.
Although I wouldn't be surprised.
Masamichi yet.
Yes. The principal, I'm sure would be a contender. Gojo, though, I wouldn't be surprised if the panda had potentially learned even more life lessons over whatever his time has been than our adventuring.
But let's be real.
Partier
The
Gojo.
panda could be 4 years old. Like
could be 4 years
know.
old. He could be 40. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
Right? He's an animal.
Yeah. That's the thing, though.
But he is a
an
second
animal?
year. Okay, if he's not, then I have more questions.
Right,
But
right.
they
My
call
question-
him Panda Senpai.
Right.
So
Right. Exactly.
I think
my
so.
question is, now that we've seen how, because I assumed he would actually be more animalistic.
he ate some cursed bamboo at one point, and all of a sudden he just started becoming bipedal and philosophizing and
Right. But let's go and explore this for a second. A panda that they all go, they're just Panda Senpai.
Yep.
Well, and Nobara's just like,
Right.
Why
There-
did you
okay.
attach more to that?
let's
Well,
get
there's nothing.
deep on the world building here. The fact that they said Panda Senpai means that he has a unique situation, because if there were other pandas out there, then Panda Senpai might be a bit rude, right? So
That's true.
there
There's
probably
no one else like him.
no one else like him. Probably
No one else.
So whatever his circumstances are, it's going to be interesting to find out.
That's true. I want the deep lore. I want
yes.
the saddest of backstories. Like, I want also the dumbest and funniest of backstories.
I want to. This is very specific and very random, but I want to see him doing a music video that's like slow and somber of him walking through a forest of like bamboo, you know?
See, that's
and
the
just
second
slowly
ED.
putting his paw on like each one as he just sort of, just sings.
Jacob, that's the second ED in the second half of this season, obviously.
there we go.
Right?
There we go.
Right? That's exactly what that is.
Panda serenading.
You've just tapped into the beyond, and
Yeah.
you've seen
I mean,
the future.
tell me if
it'll
that
be an
doesn't
ED
sound
in
awesome.
season 3, like
Yeah.
far off in the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Panda Blues.
The Panda Blues. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah. But okay, if we have a situation though where Yuji is going to be alive, well, he's the main character.
Right.
But also he's going to have to talk with Sukuna.
Yep.
Sukuna, as we know him now a little bit more, he does not really have a compulsive desire to murder. One of the things that I kind of like that we had here was that he played with Fushiguro.
Yes.
Fushiguro for the entire time.
And it made sense. Like it it didn't feel unnatural.
It's confirmation of some things we just suspected. He's a twisted,
Yep.
just playful,
Oh, yeah.
nasty, power-hungry person who very much relishes in his strength.
Right. And also, can I just say, I love how that went down, because the whole idea of Fushiguro waiting and being like, okay, yeah. And then he realizes what's going on. He's like, well, shit. But then Sukuna showing up and being like, you can't touch me, right? I'm just, bam, I'm there behind you. But I'm actually thinking through this a couple steps ahead. I need to make sure that I can stay this way. So
yeah,
I'm gonna rip out the heart, right? And I love it because that was big brain. Yeah. It ended up not working, right? Or not working entirely, right? Yeah.
It worked really well.
Well,
it worked really well. Because who knows? Maybe he was trying to come back all this time and he just wasn't able to. Because it was Fushiguro's words of saying, I'm sorry that you thought like there wasn't any reason that I was saving you. That was what brought him back.
Yes, which is interesting because that goes to show that maybe then it was truly a thing of Yuji being scared of dying. Right, and then it's the but if someone else is going to die for my sake, then no, I'm not going to let that happen.
And also just the idea that like your life is worth something, Yuji. Just because you're being set up to die,
right,
for this unique situation that you have with Sukuna, it doesn't mean that you're not worth saving.
Sure.
Like I saved you back then just because I think you're a good person. And yeah, that good person is still there, even if we have a situation where you are going to be set up as the lamb to slaughter for the sake of the world and killing Sukuna.
And the whole idea that Fushiguro was then able to fight of like he's realizing, oh, okay, even if he can live without a heart, it would take a toll on him. So if I do like there was a theoretical possible victory, right? Even though it wasn't actually going to work out at all.
No way it would have worked.
But it was something where he's like, all right, maybe, just maybe, I can beat him enough so that way I can rescue Yuji.
Dude, the amount of speed that Sukuna has, and I love that they basically have him just toy with him because he's like, in the open space. He's tearing off his shirt and like, just
10,000 years.
Yeah. He could have taken his finger and just ran past him so fast that his head would split open. Yep. There was no chance that Fushiguro had of actually beating him.
Right.
I thought that eventually he'd be like, oh, he's playing with me. Now I'm going to fly up and away.
But even then,
then he just jumps up to you at enough speed and enough accuracy that, where do you think you're going? Go back down to the ground.
I gotta say, this episode did a lot for making me think, oh, okay, Fushiguro, you're pretty badass, boy. And he was about to do some life-draining,
can we talk
crazy
about that?
ability or something?
I didn't get the vibe that he was using life energy.
Well, he said something of there was a point where he said
I think he was basically saying, this is what it looks like when your life is just a burning with life, and it was like he was saying ooh, yeah, this is some good passionate display of power here. Yeah, that's it. So this is when you start burning through your life.
I don't know. That sounds like
there's a couple ways it can be taken.
Okay,
yeah.
it could be metaphorical, but that really seems to me like it's an actual okay, I'm opening some kind of gate within myself or something like that. I'm tapping into the very limited power source that is my soul, myself, my whatever, right? And it seemed to me like he just didn't even have the strength to actually utilize it, like he had already taken such a beating. Yeah, Sacred Treasure Swing and Ring Ring 8 grip.
And then he just stops.
And then he just sort of and then the power goes.
Because he shows empathy here.
Oh, right.
He realizes
that Yuji is starting to come back.
Or not even that. I think he just realizes as he's tapping into the deeper sides of himself of why. Oh, no. No, you're right. He realized why he was coming back is because as he comes up to him, he's realizing that his guard is down. Yuji is putting himself to receive the blow, maybe.
Sure, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I saved you for selfish reasons. I did have my reservations. I'm not a hero, I'm a Jujutsu sorcerer, so I've never regretted saving you.
Right, and then he starts actually talking to Yuji specifically, which
Right.
I love. The fact that he starts talking to him before Yuji starts reasserting himself, like that's just great.
Yeah. I like the idea, though, that there is something about this where Sukuna gets excited because he has made a point of being like, you Jujutsu sorcerers don't really know what curses are. You don't really know how to utilize your strength.
And then all of a sudden, someone starts doing something that's the forbidden technique or some equivalent.
I don't say it in a mocking way. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's more of a thing of where it's like, oh, you're doing something that's just impressive.
Right.
I'm actually wanting you to keep doing. It's the whole thing where the cursed thing before was even all gunbuddy. Like,
right.
Keep going, man.
This is actually going to be interesting. Maybe. Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking the wheels for a spin.
Right.
Oh, and now I actually might have a real excuse to go fast.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it can't be that much fun. Or, okay, at the beginning, it was probably a lot of fun for Sukuna to just be like, look how fast I am. Oh, I bet this kid is pissing himself.
Yeah.
But then eventually it's like, all right,
this got boring. Yeah.
This gets old.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, you're doing something?
You're doing something pretty extreme here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Good job. I might not even need to kill you myself. Your own ability will do it for you. I just need to, let you run ragged.
Yeah, that is a cool, like, potential foreshadowing bit. Burning through your life. You could have it be the thing of where he's burning through it, like he's getting through it, like going from one point to another through. So he's like, you went from this amount of lifespan to this amount of lifespan. That's one way you could be taking. Or it's burning through in a way like, you're using basically the full just aspect of your passion in that's something that, like, it's like saying you're passionate through dance,
Oh, okay.
You're burning.
Right.
Yeah, that's another way. I think it's kind of like what it could be. But yeah, it could also be a power thing. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have for this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what happens next because a whole lot of things were established. I love the idea of getting into a tournament arc.
So early too.
And again, Panda is here. So okay.
Not worthy.
Yeah.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Right.
So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.